At this point in time, it's about the children. They are covered in dirt. They smell very badly. They were
on October 1st, 2022, officers were dispatched to a parking lot after receiving reports of a vehicle occupied by numerous children who appeared to be unkempt, with no shoes and visibly dirty. Witnesses observed the children walking in and out of nearby restaurants unattended to get water. Additionally, it was reported that the adults in the vehicle were slumped over at one point, raising concerns about possible substance use.
Hi there, police department.
Hey. Hi, sweetheart. How are you doing?
Hi. Are you Courtney?
Hi.
Puppy?
Okay. Are these all your babies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, puppy.
All right, where's
My
this?
sister's down the way. She's in the Halloween store.
Oh, okay.
She was watching them, but they're bad, so they had to come back.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're just getting some calls of some children running around in the parking lot, and people got concerned and nervous.
Oh yeah, no. Well, my dog did run away when she fell, and so the kids, they tried to chase after her, but I told them, please.
The dog. Yeah. How long have you had your dog for?
Since she was 4 weeks.
Hi, puppy. What's her name?
Her name's Cashmere.
Cashmere. All right. So does your sister have kids too, or is she?
Yeah.
Okay, and they're all down there.
Yeah.
And then how many are? I can't even tell. How many kids you got? Oh my gosh. How many does she have?
She has 4.
So you have 7 total with you guys right now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Holy moly. Okay. We'll go talk inside. She's got 3 kids in there. She says sisters with her 4 kids at the spirit store. We don't even know this is a vehicle. We're just assuming she's out with her dog.
Okay.
But there's not a black car or a black vehicle in the car, so
Yeah.
I guess so.
What's kind of going on is my husband has been cheating on me, and so I live in the park. I live in the park 16 apartments.
Yeah, that's my dog.
Anyway, sorry. So my husband, he's been cheating. We've been away from the house for like a week. I'm trying to stay away so he can understand that I don't want to be with him anymore, And so, we're just...
I bet you can see on camera.
Have you been living out of the car then?
No, in the Greenwood Hotel.
Okay.
I think Greenwood over off of 320, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I see some
it's
cops now. And she has.
not a big deal. We're good.
Oh, look what.
I was thinking about getting
Well, you know why we got called out, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to go verify
Yeah.
first. Right?
Yeah.
Okay,
No,
so-
full circumstances, I'm going to go verify. I'm going to go walk inside.
Okay.
So if
Look at this one.
Yeah.
Look at this one.
So what's the plan?
I'm just waiting for my sister, and then we were gonna go eat at Sherry's, and then probably go back to the room.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
We're trying to get this.
That's my body camera.
Yeah, it's recording you right now.
Right now. You're forever immortalized. You're famous.
You're okay. That's okay. You don't have to be scared. Here, why don't you pick up that stuff right there, please?
Hi. Who is the most person in the know? Okay, is it that big old white SUV out there?
Yes.
Okay, so what exactly have you seen?
Okay, we haven't seen much except for the kids keep individually coming in here getting cups of water and ice, which is no big deal, but they're dirty. The boy just had shorts on, no shoes, no shirt, and they were randomly for about 2 hours coming in. And we kept trying to watch, but we've been busy.
Yeah.
They would like go outside and dissolve. We couldn't tell where they were going.
Okay.
So this last time they came in, we went and watched where they were going. And one of my servers walked over to the front to see if she could see any parents or anything. And she said they were both slumped over.
And who was that? Can you just tell us what you witnessed when you walked over?
So I checked the mail and then walked in front of the car, and both the subjects were like forward, like falling asleep.
So the person who's out there now.
Yeah, the girl was in the driver's seat, and then I believe there was a black male in the passenger. I believe.
Okay, but for sure the woman that we're talking to was completely slumped over.
Yeah.
And where were the children at?
They were in the back, and the windows were down, and the car was running.
Okay, would you be willing to provide like a recorded statement of just official coerced statement of what you saw?
Absolutely.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Of course.
Sir, she did go in and get some water from Sherry's, but I was right here watching and everything, you know. So like
This looks like
everything
an
is,
airplane.
like,
Look,
nothing,
no,
you
this
know.
look.
So
This goes.
they are a little out of control.
That
I got
goes in
it.
your mouth.
Like a street lamp?
Yeah,
I need
you
to
can
talk to you over here, please. Away from your kids. Okay, so I'm going to be very blunt with you, and this is going to go one or two ways, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
We have reason to take all three children into protective custody, and so that's what we're going to do.
Okay.
You and I both know what's going on here. That's why we're here. Hi,
What's
baby.
going on? Tell me.
We've had multiple witnesses calling in about all of your children. They're filthy. You and somebody else were in there, passed out in the car. We have multiple witnesses. Yes, I'm not. Like I said, it's going to go one or two ways.
No,
okay?
no problem.
So here's what's going to happen: is I'm going to get really good contact information from you.
Okay.
I'm going to allow you to come back to the station and meet with CPS directly.
Okay.
But as far as the police are concerned, I do not have faith if I leave these children in your custody that they're going to be protected and safe, and that's why we're doing what we're doing. Okay. And then charges will be forwarded to the prosecutor for neglect. Okay. That's where we're at right now.
If I have my sister come.
Well, that's what I'm saying, is that's why you can come back and we're going to have that direct conversation about somebody that you deem, because they always try to keep them with family, right? But as far as the police are concerned, we intervene when we believe that the child's safety is in jeopardy, right? We're the initial contact.
Okay.
Then what happens is the CPS gets involved, and then they will find a family member, if you can find one that can pass a background check that you feel safe with, to take the children into custody while resources or whatnot gets presented to you, whether that be different shelter, whether that be some drug referral stuff. But as far as we're concerned, and the amount of information that we've gotten from a multiple third party unrelated, right? We're not just here picking on you. That's what I always tell people, is that we're here because something's going on. We know we wouldn't be here. I'm not contacting that car or anybody else.
No, yeah, I hear you.
Okay.
I understand. I'm not going to give you any problem. I just, I really, I don't agree, you know.
And typically people don't.
Well, yeah, no, I am going through some things.
Yeah.
You know, but I was never passed out. I was on the phone with.
And just so everything is audio and visually recorded.
No, yeah, you're good. I was on the phone with Green Dot and Progressive. I have an insurance thing going on.
Okay.
You know, and I allowed them to go get some water.
Okay.
And I was watching them. The dog did get loose, and so, you know, they obviously ran after the dog. Whatever. I got out, you know, went and got the dog. There was 3 ladies over there.
Okay.
You know, I mean, sorry about
No,
that.
you're fine.
You know, but I'm not going to give you any problems.
Okay, I
know?
appreciate that. Like I said, I try to be very straightforward because there's no point in trying to pull a veil over your eyes and tell you something's going on that's not, or try to like lie to you. I don't work that way. I'd rather be very upfront and blunt with what I have and what we're going to do with that. Okay. Considering where we're at now, I am going to read you your Miranda rights. Okay. You do have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can be used against you in the court of law. You have the right at the time to talk to a lawyer and have him present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you before questioning if you wish. And you can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements.
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
Let's talk about Halloween.
Listen, come here, you guys. No, you're okay. Stop. Listen, you guys are going to have to go with these guys. Listen, it's okay. Listen.
We're just going to go play for a little bit. That's all.
Wait.
We're going to go to the
Frida's
police station.
okay. Frida, we're going to play.
Yeah. There's a whole room. There's snacks. It's just for a little bit.
I love snacks.
Oh, I can tell. Let's go get you some snacks, okay?
I can tell.
And you guys can all stay together. How cool is that?
Nice. I draw my name. My name's Jay.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to figure out, like, you know, what was I, like, what was I supposed to, you know, there's really nowhere ever you can go and park and just not be doing anything wrong. And
So you weren't doing drugs today and slumped over with another gentleman in your car while your children were sitting?
no, I don't have, no gentleman was with me at all.
Okay. Okay. Well, and if that's what you're gonna, if that's your statement, then that's your statement. But we have
There has been no gentleman with me.
concerned third parties, unbiased, who've been watching you, and the black gentleman that was in your car with you with your children as you both were slumped over. And that's
There's
the call
no
that we came
gentleman.
to. Okay. And that can be your statement when we have.
But there's cameras too, right?
And we will absolutely be getting the cameras. Yes.
Okay, because that is not true.
Okay.
At all.
Okay.
And so you guys are taking my kids because of accusations?
Multiple people reporting the same thing, and that your children have been running around inside and out. They're filthy. Of that asking for water with no parental supervision in a parking lot. So yes.
I was right here. I mean,
Okay.
I told you guys that they went to get water before you even told me that.
Okay. And you can provide a full-blown recorded statement at the station if you would like, just about your recollection of the
and
incident.
it's not. But the thing is, it's not going to change anything
So like I said, as of right now,
Like, you know, it's not fair.
as of right now, they're not facing any criminal charges. It's just being forwarded to the prosecutor based upon the as police officers when we get a 911 call, and then we hear multiple people were all reporting the same thing. We have to intervene in what's best for what we can see the totality of the circumstances and what's best for the children.
Right.
And so that's what we're doing. Whether or not charges get filed with the prosecutor or they decline the case, that's up to them. And then CPS comes in, and if there's resources that need to be offered, they try to make they call it like an emergency action plan.
So then how come? So then I'm just asking also. So then why wouldn't I be able to get my kids back?
Because
today?
I'm taking them in protective custody from you.
from
And
CPS.
Again, we just intervene, and if do you have prior CPS involvement at all?
No.
Okay, none at all.
No.
Okay, no prior like children taken. Okay.
No.
Then that will be on them. But as far as like, it's kind of like we have responsibility,
Right.
we take care of it, and then we pass what we know on to CPS.
Okay.
And then they go from there.
Yes, ma'am.
Does that make sense?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
Fully.
Okay.
As far as like, so the accusations that were made about some dude in my truck, how do we, you know, figure out or know that that's not what happened, and you know, whatever, like.
So everything's just going to be about evidence, right? So
Right,
we
okay.
take statements, and then CCTV and all that stuff will speak to it.
Okay.
Cameras here, cameras inside, all that stuff. I mean, we do an entire investigation. It's not like it's just face value, right?
Right,
It's
okay.
just based upon the information we have here and now.
Yeah,
We're
but
going
I
to take
see
action on behalf of the
properly
children,
that
and we're going from there.
Okay.
Okay. And the address is on that business card as well.
Is where I'll be going?
Yes. At
Is that where they're
325
going?
8th Avenue South. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Okay. All right. Team effort.
They may come back with me today.
CPS is going to make that determination.
Okay.
Yeah, we're going to get a hold of them and kind of see what they would like to do with this whole thing.
Okay.
Okay.
All
so
right.
it may take a half an hour while we call them and figure it out, or it may take a few hours for them to come down. I don't know how long.
So
it's
when
gonna
do you
take.
think would be best for me to show up?
If the officers here are done with you, I'd just go over there right now.
Okay.
Okay.
That sounds good.
All right.
But I won't see them.
Not for right now.
Okay. All right.
You don't have to. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, buddy. We're gonna go. Well, we have a playroom. There's some toys and stuff in there.
What kind?
There's a bunch of different stuff. You'll see. We'll be there in just a few minutes.
Mm-hmm. Put it in the transport?
Yeah. Put it on transport.
Is this going up?
I don't know.
No.
I was gonna go make a call. Do you wanna
Hang out.
hang out and get some pictures? I'll be right back, man, okay?
This don't turn on.
The children's father arrived at the police station.
Hi. Good. How are you doing? Are you Lindsay? Is it Lindsay or Lindsay? Okay, Lindsay. I figured it's like. Do you have a question or?
Yeah, I want to see my kids.
And I get that, but unfortunately, where we're at right now, we're just trying to figure out what's going on with CPS. How did you guys get here? Did you guys come together or?
Yeah, I drove.
You drove? Okay. So based upon everything right now, I know you don't know a whole heck of a lot other than the fact that they were put in a dangerous situation, right? And so when CPS gets here, they look at the entirety of the circumstances of, she wasn't mom, I get that, but then she was also left with the children. And apparently you kind of knew stuff was up, but she still had the children. And then living circumstances, we were told one thing by her, one thing by you guys. So do we
Listen, they know what's going on. She got her own house. I got my own house.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that's how it is.
Okay.
You know what I mean? She's mom. I'm trying to give her a chance to, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah.
So when's the last time you saw your kids?
My kids?
Yeah.
I see my kids about almost every other day or every day. Because this is the plan, okay? I set the plan up. But I was tired of shit going on and shit, right? So I put my sister at the house.
Okay.
So I know about my kids all the time. I'm calling about my kids and everything about all the time, you know what I mean? But she takes them and runs off, and then, I can't say that they're in her custody. They're not in mine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But there's no custody. But, you know what I mean? I don't push that because there's native laws, you know what I mean? And the native law is mom wins. Native law, they win. You know what I mean?
So that doesn't answer my question. When the last time that you actually physically saw him?
I seen him. Let me see. I went to work this morning, so I got the Tilcom house. Okay. So from the Tilcom house, I seen them yesterday morning. Yesterday night. I came through, we ate, waxed, you know what I mean? I bought some food, all that, you know what I mean? They were supposed to be going to the house, and I said, no.
Where are you living? Because that would be more than likely where the children reside.
Okay, I would be living in Tilcom.
Okay.
Because I really wouldn't be living in Tilcom. If I had my kids, it would be different because I'd be living in a 3-bedroom house and I would just drive to work every day. Then just living down in Tilcom where my job is. See what I'm saying?
Okay. So then the truth of the story is that based upon everything again, and they also look at previous CPS history, right? Has there been CPS history before with your children?
Her.
But with your specific 3 children?
Yeah.
Okay. And then look at prior criminal history of you and current driving status, like your DBL is 3, you're not supposed to be driving. So then and I don't know about you, is your license suspended? No, okay. And that's what we're going to go. All of these things get taken into consideration because it's about, at this point in time, it's about the children. They are covered in dirt. They smell very badly. It looks like they've been living out that car. She said they've been living out that car for about a week now, or staying at some motel she couldn't name because you and her have been fighting. And so again, we always are doing what we believe is best of the children. So when CPS gets here, we look at everything and hold on, hear me out. But again, based upon everyone's telling a different story, no one's given us straight answers. All I know is that we were called and found these children in a dangerous situation, and I'm always going to do what I can to protect children.
You found them?
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And I'm very passionate. I have my own kids. Kids don't get to speak for themselves, but based upon the dirt and their smell, they don't smell like they've taken a shower in days and days. Like, it's not good. It's very apparent that they've not been taken care of.
Yeah, and they all wet themselves at nighttime and when they
correct,
sleep,
and it sounds like they have. It smells like they have been sitting in it for quite some time. So again,
my kids is messy. Listen, I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
My kids is bad as hell. Okay, and they messy.
Okay.
You know what I mean? But they was not like that last night at all.
Okay. Well, they smell as if, like I said, they've been in their own filth for quite some time. So
all my family we pee on ourselves until we like 16, 5, we went to bed, all that. But we have diapers at the house and all that. But you know what I mean? When mom takes them, it's just, I can't step up and give them. I'm telling you, I can't because there's a native law that I've been the same thing. If you look me up right now, same thing with the next baby mom. All I do is chase them. I'm in court cases. I'm in all that.
I know. As I've seen your criminal history, I know that there's extensive criminal history. But what I'm saying is at the end of the day, we're trying to do what's best for them. We work with what we know, what their past history is, what our past history is, and then based upon what we believe is going to be the safest option for the children, that's what we go with. So as it stands right now, CPS isn't here. Do you have your ID on you?
Yeah.
I'd love to run you if you don't mind real quick.
No problem.
We tell them everything and we try to make a plan. They're always going to try to put the children back with the safest family member that there is, right? If you tell my lieutenant and my other partner that she's been crazy for a month, but then she's got the kids, right? Then I ask you, why on earth would you let those children go with somebody who's been not well and been fighting, right? If you know she's been off or she's been doing drugs and she's been falling asleep in cars, then a reasonable person would say, okay, Dad, why on earth would you let those kids go with them, right? And so then my concern is not just about her choices, but then your choices, right? Because I care. That's my job, is to protect those kids. So that's all of the things that we're taking consideration. We don't take this kind of stuff lightly, and we just want to make sure when I go home tonight that I have full faith that those kids are safe and taken care of. That is the only thing that I care about. Does that make sense? Okay. We're at that. I always say when we take them into protective custody, it's like a big pause button. We're going to go pause because at this point in time, they were not safe, and we need to try to figure out what safe looks like. So it's a big old pause. So before you can come see them or we can release them, we have to. It's like a full court press of trying to do what's best for those kids because we just want to make sure that they're safe. Okay. Okay.
Thank you guys.
Yep.
The arrest report noted that the children's odor was overwhelming, and they disclosed that they had not bathed in weeks. The children also revealed that they had not seen their father in weeks following their parents' separation. The mother failed to appear at the police station to meet with CPS, resulting in the children being placed in CPS custody. Further investigation uncovered that the father has a significant criminal history, including numerous domestic abuse charges, while the mother has an extensive record involving drug abuse and property crimes. The mother was charged with 3 counts of child neglect. Share your thoughts below and remember to like and subscribe for more videos.